It has been a very disappointing World Cup campaign. Croatia all but ended Wales's hopes of making Brazil at the Liberty Stadium in March. Chris Coleman's current contract expires this autumn. He says he wants to stay on the job and lead Wales to Euro 2016. The Premier League stars are at the Cardiff City Stadium ahead of Saturday's big kick-off. The man making all the headlines misses out. John O'Shea wins his 90th cap for Ireland tonight. Giovanni Trapattoni, he was Italy coach when Wales beat the Azzurri 2-1 on that memorable night in Cardiff. Good evening. It's 10 years since Wales last looked like qualifying for a major international tournament after that win over Italy. Former Stoke City manager Tony Pulis will give us an honest assessment of Wales under Chris Coleman. Ewan Roberts, well, he brings the glamour. So to the Cardiff City Stadium, Gareth Bale out with a foot injury. Despite all the speculation linking him with a move to Real Madrid, still turned up. Your match commentators Kevin Ratcliffe and Rob Phillips.
Liverpool's Joe Allen returns to the Wales starting lineup with Sam Ricketts at the heart of the defence. Exciting Crystal Palace youngster Johnny Williams is expected to play just behind Craig Bellamy, who earns his 74th Wales cap. It's a special night for Stoke City midfielder Glenn Whelan, who makes his 50th appearance for Ireland in a team captained by Sunderland centre-back John O'Shea. Wigan midfielder James McCarthy is the only member of the Irish starting lineup not with a Premier League club. Well, the build-up has been all about an absent friend who's watching but not playing tonight. As Ireland prepare to kick off, the challenge for Wales is to win without Gareth Bale. Ireland playing from right to left. On clearance by Westwood. First touch for the Wales captain, Ashley Williams. Wilson in field to Whelan, making his 50th Irish appearance tonight. Glenn Whelan, Stoke City player. Jonathan Williams working hard. There's a chasing to get the ball back at the moment. Wilson knocked it down for Houlihan to chase, and Houlihan keeps it in. Sends Gunter one way, then the other. Good defensive work, though, by the Reading player. Houlihan tries again.
Well, that ball's come in about 5 seconds too late. He's got an opportunity to put it in early. He's allowed the Welsh defenders to get back behind the ball and make it difficult for him.
Chris Coleman looking forward to the World Cup qualifiers to come.
Just the Republic of Ireland, they're coping better at the moment. The system seems to suit them.
Well, McCarthy runs into Bellamy, and then Williams takes advantage. Can he find Bellamy again? He can't. McCarthy tracked back.
Just really needs to play it in front of him rather than behind him.
Here comes Ledley now. Bellamy is onside, is he? He is. Collison's in the middle. And Bellamy wins Wales's first corner.
First corner, Craig getting it in a wide position, looking to be positive, trying to get the cross in. He's denied by the Republic defence. But early signs, first corner.
Ashley Williams and Ricketts are up from the back. Bellamy will swoop this in with his right foot. Curls it. Westwood is not the biggest.
Well, I think that's come off O'Shea's head. He's unaware of it as well. Westwood's missed it. He's completely, too many men around him, and it's just come off O'Shea's head for another corner. Very lucky, could have headed it straight into the back of his own net. He's dealt with it well. Robson, Carnu right in front of Westwood. He's finding it very, very hard. And if Bellamy can deliver, I'd swing one in again. A left footer coming, bringing the ball in rather than swinging it out with Bellamy.
Bellamy from the other side. It's into the 6-yard box. It's headed out. Allen leaves it to Davis. Strong run by the Swansea full-back. Just ran into a wall of black shirts. Williams scurries away from the attentions of McCarthy to keep Wales in possession. 0-0. Allen looks for the run of Bellamy. Oh, just offside. Wasn't much in that.
And Bellamy's got to work his line off the full-back. And he doesn't do this, but what O'Shea does. He works his line off the full-back. He knows Bellamy's behind him, and he knows he's in an offside position.
The start of a swan song for Craig Bellamy, indications that the last 4 World Cup games will be his last for Wales. Thinking about hanging up the international boots, what a miss he will be. Chris Coleman says that the Bale circus, or what surrounds him, has not affected the team. This is, oh, lovely touch by Bellamy to Robson-Kanu. Just ran away from the Reading powerhouse. Whelan's goes square to Coleman. The Everton fullback launches the ball in. Myhill under pressure from Shane Long, but does well.
So he's done really well there, Myhill, because the last time it came in, he dropped it. But this time under pressure, he takes it, and that is good pressure from Shane Long.
This is Walters. And Ricketts puts it up in the air. Still not cleared by Wales. Chance for Whelan, who shoots wide. What a way that would have been to celebrate your 50th cap.
They should be actually looking to do a little bit better here. Whelan, I think he'll be disappointed he's not at least hit the target. He's not really under a great deal of pressure. Great loft by Shane Long, but should be doing better.
This is Whelan again. Looks for Long. Oh, lovely touch by Long. Brady. And well, Ireland showed intent.
They just seem to be a little bit more, shall we say, a little bit more spaced out, the Welsh defence. I mean, you know, Brady there, he's touched it away from Ricketts and he's hit it. Should be doing better once again, you know, to at least hitting the target. But there seems to be a little bit more space in the Welsh defence rather than the Irish defence.
And here comes McCarthy in behind that Welsh defence. Will he find an Irish shoot? He does, and it's blasted over by Shane Long, and that's the best chance of the night.
Well, can you say they're a bit rusty? Well, I don't know. I don't think you can. I mean, you should be ready for the start of the season come weekend. I think the only thing that you can actually say there, he's unaware when he lets it go. I think it was O'Hulahan that's let it go, but it's a lovely little bit of move here. Lovely drag back. Shane Long's, oh, should be a goal.
This is McCarthy. Walters again. A real trier, John Walters, as he has been through his career. It's down points. Good play by Allen, though. Strong tackle by the Liverpool midfielder. Bellamy waits for the run of Robson-Kanu.
Men back quick. You know, they're really, really quick getting behind the ball.
They will take some undoing. Bellamy's trying to do that now. Robson-Kanu to Collison. Collison holds it up. Robson-Kanu almost in. And there was a good tackle by Kieran Clark. It's only cleared as far as Celtic's Ledley.
I thought Johnny Williams would be better out wide, you know. Collison sort of in the middle somewhere with
this is Collison
with the other 2 midfield players, and Ledley and Allen. Johnny Williams out here, you know, buzzing about, making runs, drifting inside. Seems to be aware of that position maybe a little bit more than Collison for me. And I'm sure that Chris Cole will be thinking, you know, if he does make changes, what changes is he going to make at half-time? Usually maybe keep the same players on for 4 or 5 minutes. The only one that I might see take off straight away at half-time would be maybe Craig Bellamy.
Well, shot by Walters, and that wasn't too far away.
And I think that's something like 4 shots to 1 for Ireland, but this is a great chance for Walters.
Williams looks for Collison, moving down the middle.
Well, that's something for you.
Collison gives chase. Westwood is,
somebody with a bit of presence up there. Holding the line as well.
Gareth Bale knew he wasn't going to be able to play, but he was here in camp. Just enjoys being around these fellow Welsh players. Ledley tries to go around John O'Shea. O'Shea, not the best clearance by Westwood. Could be seized on by Allen. This is Collison. Tried to lay it back into the path of Allen, but
I think we're a little bit way off there, Rob, in the midfield area. Should be squeezing with everybody else. And
Collison picks up Williams in space. Fancies a shot. And he showed intent, John Williams.
It's nice to see somebody else showing a bit of intent. Test the keeper. Just can't get it on target, though. But that's nice to see.
Ledley's touch played into the path of Brady. Houlihan picks out long. Brady shrugs off. Collison kills it, and only just wide by Brady.
Well, that's a lovely roll of the ball from Brady. Rolls it onto his right foot. Not the best of balls by Shane Long, but here he rolls it across, tries to bend it into the far corner. He uses the player, really. It's Ricketts. I'll tell you what, if it's on target, should well be a goal.
That's better by Wales. Good move down the left-hand side. Can Williams keep it in? Wins the corner, but that was Wales's best, most fluent move of the half so far.
Well, it's a lovely bit of a movement from there. It's Robson Carnew with a little black flip here and then a little pass forward to Johnny Williams, who runs onto it. Just this last touch is a little bit heavy, and it allows the defender to get back in and get that saving tackle.
Well, even without Bale, there is pace. Bellamy sees the run of Ben Davis.
I'll tell you what, that's a great run from Ben Davis. Equally well seen from Craig Bellamy. Just bounces before him. He's got to try and keep it low. He does ever so well, really. Just bounces just as he gets there. It's half volley.
The half-time whistle goes. Not too much to enthrall the crowd here at the Cardiff City Stadium. Ben Davis, though, almost made it a half to remember. The ball just bounced before the Swansea fullback hit it. And so there have been no goals. Will there be changes in the second half? We're about to find out. It's Wales 0, Republic of Ireland 0. So just the one change at half-time. It's come for Ireland. James McLean of Sunderland. The winger is on for Manchester United's Robbie Brady. Chris Coleman has stuck to his guns. No changes in the Wales lineup yet. What will Chris Coleman have said to his team at half-time, Kevin Ratcliffe?
Well, it's a difficult one, really, with it being a friendly and the Premiership season starting on the weekend.
Here comes Coleman. Ashley Williams concedes the first corner that Ireland have won.
There's a nice little overlap by Seamus Coleman. Robson Carnew just can't get there. Ball's not the best in, but over stretch Ashley Williams clears it for a corner.
Now, first touch for McLean, who takes this corner. It's deep and easy for Boaz Myhill. John Williams on a surging run then, and he was brought down, and this could be a distance. Well, it's a long way up, but we've seen Craig Bellamy score from this distance previously. Now Bellamy, he's got 19 goals for Wales. And he's sizing up this one. Craig Bellamy. Will it be a Bellamy pile driver? It is! And Westwood makes the save.
That had a long way to travel, didn't it? You know, just the right height for the keeper. He's done well, Westwood, to actually see that. Well, Craig's done well, he's hit the target. Just need a little bit more pace on it, maybe.
There's Trapattoni, one of football's great legends. One of only 5 coaches to have won league titles in 4 different countries. Italy, Germany, Portugal and Austria. It's an impressive CV. And he's done well with Ireland too. Good play by Joe Allen. Davis has lost it though. Allen wins it back. And then they've given it away again to Walters. To Ashley Williams.
That's a great challenge.
Steams in.
Ashley Williams, Mr. Reliable. Talk about improved players. Johnny Walters there, who's
well, Ashley Williams, Mr. Reliable, as you say, for club and country. Warner comes in. Myhill was glad to see that go over the bar from his West Bromwich Albion teammate Shane Long.
He just gets in front of Ben Davies here, jumps early, does this ever so well.
So 14 minutes into the second half, just about on the hour mark, Craig Bellamy makes his exit from the Cardiff City Stadium to be replaced by Sam Vokes. Bigger battles to come for Craig Bellamy for his club this season. And also making way is Joe Ledley to be replaced by Leicester City's Andy King. Myhill looks for Vokes.
There you go, squeeze up a little bit more. There's something completely different than what they used to, Wales, lumping the ball forward to Sam Vokes from deep. But if you do that, you've got to squeeze with everybody else in the team. Back four's got to squeeze the midfield players up with them.
Madden gets involved. Oh, bursts through the middle. Good save by Myhill. Excellent save by the Wales goalkeeper.
I'll tell you what, he's taking this well, Shane Long. A little bit of a flick, he's then knocked forward, it's knocked forward again, he gets a little bit... Oh, it's a nice little touch, by the way. And he takes it as early as he can, and Myhill, what a great save.
Allen looks at the run of Davis. Oh, lovely touch by Davis. Vokes really didn't sit up for the Burnley striker.
I'll tell you what, it's a lovely diagonal ball. It's a great take. Nice little pullback for Sam Vokes, but he just can't get the ball on target.
You don't want Ireland to score. They're unbeaten in their last 17 after scoring first. So if they make the breakthrough, they might be going home with a victory, but neither side...
You can see why though, Rob, because they're so organised.
Oh, Walters, lovely touchdown. That should be for Myhill. Just overhit by McLean. He's a real pain in the side, isn't he, John Walters?
Well, he does get touches on balls you're not expecting him to.
Sam Ricketts. It was blocked, and Johnny Williams has to race back. Walters into the box. First time shot, lovely save by Myhill, and a brilliant block by Ashley Williams from the rebound.
Well, who says that people don't care about friendly internationals? That's throwing yourself out. That's just a bit of pride. Great block by Ashley Williams. I mean, it was a great strike as well.
Well, McLean was ready to pick his spot, wasn't he?
He was. I thought it was a goal all the way.
McLean slides in again. Flurry of action late on. And a little sloppy from Wales. Ireland sensing there's something on here. And once again, Myhill comes to the rescue.
Well, Madden there, he's hit the target, but I'm not too sure if he can pick Johnny Walters out. I mean, the ball, you know, it's come across. But, that's a great save by Myhill that first time. Then what a block by Ashley Williams and the follow-up.
Wales try and move their way down the left-hand side. Davis is into the box. Ben Davis still going. Don't think he's going to get anything for that.
No, there was a little bit of a gap there. He thought about shooting early. But this is the opportunity here. Comes inside and great strike there. And there's McLean to follow it up. But what a great save in tackle. Madden with the first strike. Great save by Myhill. And then Ashley Williams to follow up with a save as well.
Last 5 minutes. I'll ask you now then, Kevin Ratcliffe, has this been a worthwhile exercise for Chris Coleman?
Well, once again, you know, you find out a little bit more about your players, and what we've seen as well is that Sam Ricketts can play centre-half. I think when Sam Vokes comes on, we've got to realise that if it does go up to him, we've got to squeeze a little bit better. You know, we've got to change our style. So you've got to realise these things, and you don't realise them until you've actually tried them.
Chance here! Well, it was almost on for Craig Davis, still maybe for Neil Taylor, but he's blocked. Almost out of nothing. Only 2 places between these two sides in the FIFA rankings, and they've been fairly evenly matched here, though. And Paddy Madden saw the whites of the goalkeeper's eyes, but didn't take advantage.
This is one I don't think Myhill should come for. There's bodies there to deal with it. It's outside the 6-yard box. Okay, if you are going to come, take it.
And that is the final whistle. Well, Chris Coleman wanted Wales to show that they could win without Gareth Bale. Well, they couldn't, but they didn't lose either. Boaz Myhill made some good saves, particularly in the second half. It was a fairly tame affair all round, but there don't appear to be any casualties either. Ashley Williams will be ready for Manchester United on the weekend. Ben Davis too. It's finished at the Cardiff City Stadium with Wales's first draw in 47 matches. Wales 0, Republic of Ireland 0.
So Wales' first draw since November 2007, when they drew 0-0 with Germany in Frankfurt in a Euro 2008 qualifier. But they had West Brom goalkeeper Boaz Myhill to thank 2 terrific saves. Let's hear from the Wales manager, Chris Coleman.
Was that a worthwhile exercise for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think good team. You see Ireland are a good team. They're well organised. You can see why they're there or thereabouts every major championships in terms of qualifying. Gianvani, Tony speaks for himself. You know, they're a super organised team, offensively very aggressive, and they make chances. And we needed to call on Boaz once or twice tonight, which was a fine game, superb game. But for us, in terms of how we play now, we want to play long term. Welsh philosophy of football, we won't get a tougher test.
Well, John, how was that for you?
Yeah, it was a good workout for us at this stage of the season, with 2 important qualifiers obviously to come in a couple of weeks, and obviously the Premier League starting in a few days. So a good workout. A little bit disappointed we've not got the victory. We've had some fantastic chances, and a mixture of poor finishing, great defending and great goalkeeping has kept us out tonight, you know, but we've lots to build on and lots to look forward to, I think.
You're a defender. Wales' first draw for 46 games.
Yeah, I think it was a tough game. We knew that. They're a good team. They often qualify for competitions, as we said before. I think they come out the gate very fast, and we knew they would, and we dealt with that, which was pleasing. Then we settled into the game a little bit, and no, I think we did okay. There were some good plays and stuff. I think they probably had the better chances, to be honest. But you know, Boaz had a good game, and we defended well for 90 minutes.
Contract negotiations going well. Do you hope that's sorted this autumn?
It needs to be, and Wales, the FAW will tell you the same thing. I think we all need it to be resolved, and we're not a million miles away anyway. I had 2 chats with John from Ford, which was very positive. You know? And I just think, from my point of view, the reason why I wanted to take it again, because I I think the last 18 months to 2 years have been difficult, but I think the next campaign, you know, at least I can have a real good run at it, and that's the reason why I want to do it again. And the talks, the two conversations we've had have been pretty good. So, but I think it will be. I think they want it resolved quickly, and so do I.
More on Chris Coleman's future later in the programme. Tony, apart from those 2 wins against Scotland in the World Cup qualifiers, it's been a dreadful 12 months for Wales.
Yeah, but it's been difficult. I think, obviously, losing Gary Speed in tragic circumstances, Chris has had an unbelievable task of taking over the job. I think the last couple of games, or the last 5 or 6 games, I think there's been a big improvement. And even tonight, there were certain things in the game tonight that, you know, he'll take comfort from. You were there tonight?
It was disappointing. But you look at the first 5 games that Chris took over, we lost and performances were really poor. Now, we went to Serbia, we lost 6-1, and then Chris all of a sudden decided, if I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail doing it my way. He changed a few things. And the last 5 games, not including tonight, the performances have been much better. There's no disgrace in losing to Croatia. We should have got something against them down at Liberty. We lost 2-1. We were 1-0 up. Bale had a great chance to go and put us 2-0 up. I think if he'd taken that chance, we'd have gone on to win the game. He won't be happy with tonight's performance, I'm sure.
Tony, without Gareth Bale, Wales look extremely ordinary. And you've picked out a clip here which shows how Wales failed to break Ireland down tonight.
Well, I don't think it's just Wales. I think if Gareth didn't play for Tottenham, they're not the same side. But, you know, Joe Allen does well. He robs the ball, takes the ball off the Irish lad. And actually his first movement, if you stop it now, you know, if he drives forward, there's 2 against 2. Bale would have done that. Bale would have picked the centre-half and drove straight at the centre-half. And it would have taken Bellamy with him. Joe's not that type of player and plays a square pass to Bellamy. Bellamy plays another square pass out. By the time that's happened, 2 square passes. And the Irish team have reset. And, you know, they've got almost 10, even now, 10 men behind the ball. And that was the story of the night for me. Ireland were well set up. You know, they have an Italian manager whose mentality is to make sure that they're very, very difficult to break down and to beat. And they were that tonight.
You were watching this game tonight thinking, where's Wales' goal going to come from?
Yeah, chances were few and far between. I mean, the one real shot on goal that we had came from Craig Bellamy after about, 65 minutes. And it was a comfortable save in the end for Kieran Westwood. You know, we have to be better than that. You know, we didn't create, we couldn't break the Irish back 4 down. Chances were few and far between. Yes, it's our first clean sheet in 11 games, and that is a positive note, but we didn't create enough.
Tony, I want to ask you about Craig Bellamy, 74 caps for Wales. How much longer will we see him on international duty?
Well, I hope he keeps going. You know, I think Bellamy is a top player, and, you know, I hope he has a great season in the Premiership with Cardiff this year and stays on and plays for Wales and helps Wales for as long as he possibly can. I think the other thing you've got to take into consideration tonight with this game is the fact that the lads have been away for 5 weeks with their clubs, and then you know, everything is focused, especially the ones playing in the Premiership. Everything is focused on Saturday, their first game in the Premier League, and to bring them away for 2 or 3 days and expect them to perform at the highest level, and you put in the factor that Collins, Ramsey, and Bale are all missing from the Welsh team. You know, that's the backbone of the team. It's very, very difficult at times, and to expect, you know, sparks to fly straight away with those situations in place, it's very, very difficult for, you know, for the lads to perform maybe at the level that we'd expect. And
so,
we
Tony,
would hope.
As a former Premier League manager, what goes through your mind then when you get players leaving for international duty with just days to go before the big kick-off?
Well, if I was sat in the Stoke job as Mark Hughes is at the moment, I would have been hoping that Glenn, John Walters and Mark Wilson were brought off at half-time with no injuries. You know, that's what you're just hoping and praying. You know, I have a different view about friendlies. I think I've said it before. I think friendly matches can be very, very irrelevant. You know, I'd rather have a system where, you know, the nations have their players once a month for 2 days and let them train and work, you know, with the managers. So you take them away on a Sunday after a game and you have them again on a Monday and then send them back to their clubs. And within those 2 days, you can work on the shape, the pattern, the system that you want to play. You can actually give them dossiers on the teams that are in the group that you're playing against. So the week that you have before the proper games start, the lads are clued in on, firstly, what they needed and what they want from the managers. Explain what they want and what they need from them as a player in that group. and also they have an understanding of the team they're playing against. You know, Chris has got a group of players together again. Some of his best players are not there, and a group of players who he's had for 2 days who, you know, have worked hard during pre-season and most probably have got one eye on the Premier League fixture.
It's an excellent point. I think we're all agreed Wales' best player tonight was Bowes Myhill. Yeah,
by a country mile, I would think. I thought he was outstanding. And I think he's cemented that #1 position now. He's seen the competition off from Bournemouth. You know, he's made 2 tremendous saves here, I think. I mean, the first one, Shane Long, who was a handful all evening for the Republic, makes it all himself. Great save. But this one, I think it's such an instinctive save. Low to his right, parries it out. And then Ashley Williams doing what he always does, slides in and just makes sure that James McLean doesn't get that rebound.
Excellent performance. OK, guys, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. Wales' under-21s were in action this afternoon in Bangor. They take on Finland, and it wasn't pretty.
They won their first qualifier back in March. There was a sellout crowd in Bangor for this one. But little to celebrate. Wales on the road to destruction as Castrio Castrati, well, castrated the home defence after just 7 minutes. Victory over Moldova 5 months ago had given Wales hope they could conquer one of the group favourites, yet Finland was soon 2-0 up as Tim Väinänen fired into an empty net, the Wales defence again showing more holes than a cheese grater. A flicker of hope briefly for Geraint Williams' side as Manchester City's Emyr Hughes showed good composure to set up Lee Lucas, the captain, unable to steer his shot on target. That about as good as it got for Wales in the first half as the visitors effectively ended the contest, with Väinänen heading in his second. And Derby defender Kieran Freeman won't be putting this on his showreel, the soft back header falling perfectly for Moshtar Yakubi. 4-0, game over, empty seats and glum faces. There was at least something to savour just after half-time, some patient probing from substitute Wes Burns. The Bristol City striker tripped and Wales given the spot kick. Hughes converting, his display one of few positives for Wales, who also face England in the campaign to reach the finals in the Czech Republic. First though, they'll travel to San Marino and Moldova next month on the back of a 5-1 thrashing as Väinänen got Finland's 5th and his hat-trick to leave the Wales boss dumbfounded.
To be 2-0 down at home after 10 minutes, to go in at half-time 4-0 down, and to really have not set any standards we've reached in the last 2 games. It's one I'll have to sit down and look at myself first and foremost, and then obviously we'll look at everything else that we've done since we've been away, because it wasn't something I saw coming in any way, shape or form.
A terrible afternoon for Geraint Williams. Let's bring you right up to date with the rest of tonight's results. Michael O'Neill's Northern Ireland beat Russia 1-0 in their World Cup qualifier at Windsor Park. Martin Patterson with a goal on 43 minutes. Wales' Group A opponents involved in friendlies tonight. England beat Scotland 3-2 at Wembley. Goalless between Belgium and France. Liechtenstein 2, Croatia 3. And a warning for Wales. Next opponents, Macedonia, beat Bulgaria tonight, who are unbeaten in their World Cup qualifiers in Group B. So this is how Wales' group stands ahead of the September fixtures. Wales 10 points behind Croatia in second. 4 matches left. Macedonia home and away, Serbia, and then it all ends in Brussels on the 15th of October. Sport Wales back on Friday with an exclusive interview with Ryan Giggs.
Hi, I'm Ryan Giggs. Catch me on the new series of Sport Wales on Friday night.
Giggsy on Sport Wales. So, Chris Coleman, his future. The FAW will be making some sort of decision very soon. What would you do?
I'd give him a new contract. Like I say, I think he's done a fantastic job, and give him time. He needs time. Managers need time. And as Ewan had said, and he's a lot closer to it than me, the performances of late have been better. And tonight, if you take any team, and I mean any team, you take the 3 best players out, or 3 strongest players in your group, you know, you're going to be weak. And it's a friendly game. I don't like friendly games. I personally think Chris has done a smashing job, and there'd be no question.
Do you agree?
I think so. I think you've got to give him another qualifying campaign. We've spoken about the difficult circumstances Chris got the job, and I've seen close-hand the improvement that they've been in the last 5 games, not including tonight. You know, a friendly 3 days before the big season starts. It's always going to be tough. I think Chris deserves at least another qualifying campaign.
Given your Premier League knowledge, where's Gareth Bale going to be playing his football next season?
I'll tell you something. Tottenham won't sell him cheap. That's one thing. That's one thing Daniel won't do. He's trying to do a deal with Tottenham, and deal with Daniel is very, very difficult. So if they do sell him, they'll get a great price.
Where do you think Gareth Bale is playing next season?
He's going to be playing in white, I think. I think once a club like Real Madrid come knocking on your door, I think it's very, very hard for a player to turn that down, and it's just a matter of how much Spurs hold out to get.
So exciting looking ahead to the Premier League season, given the fact that we've got Cardiff City and Swansea City in the Premier League. How excited are you, Tony?
No, brilliant. I think Swansea have bought well, and they need to, because they're in Europe. So he's added to the squad, he's spent a bit of money, and he's added quality. And, I'm really excited for Cardiff. It's, first year for a long, long time they've been in the top flight. And, I just hope and pray they get off to a good start. But whatever happens at Cardiff, everybody has to stick together, because last year they had a wonderful season. They got used to winning. This year they'll have to get used to losing and bouncing back, because that's what's going to happen. So from the chairman, directors, the players, the manager, and especially the supporters, they have to stick together this year to be successful.
Do you expect Cardiff City to stay up?
I think they'll stay up. I think he had a good group of players there. I think he's bought wisely. I mean, Kolka and Gary Madam, I think they're two tremendous signings. And I think Malky will bring another couple in before the transfer window finishes. And I certainly see three worse teams in the Premier League than Cardiff.
What about the Swans?
I think they'll have a very good season. I think they'll finish higher than they did last year. Europe could be a bit of a hindrance, but he's brought 8 players in over the summer. He's got strength in depth now.
Tony, you took Stoke into the Europa League. Is it a hindrance?
It's difficult, and the away games, coming back off an away game and then playing a Premier League game on the Sunday is very, very difficult. But Michael will have that experience. He's played in Europe. He understands Europe. And that's why it was important that he did strengthen his squad. And he's done that. And as Ewan said, with quality players. So they should cope. They should cope.
As a Newport boy, how nice is it to see County back in the Football League? Yeah,
it's brilliant. Welsh football at the moment, I'm hoping and praying that Wrexham this year, actually break back into the league. That would be fantastic for North Walians and for Newport, my hometown. It's brilliant. And again, I think Justin has done a wonderful job there. Fingers crossed they have a good season as well.
You're looking well. Enjoying the summer?
Yeah, I've had a good break. I've enjoyed it for
When am I going to see you back in that cap?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Ewan's just giving me some stick about it. Don't you, Steph?
Good stuff. It's been great having you on the show tonight. Thank you very much indeed to Tony Pulis and to Ewan Roberts. So that's it. It's Wales who take on Macedonia and Serbia next. We'll be back in September. Thanks for watching. From all of us here, bye for now.